Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for another tutorial video. Today I thought we could have a look at how to make a simple bauble for your Christmas tree. This one with red, or a tartan one, even a little chicken, or anything you care to put on them. So this, as you can tell, is all based on a ball shape. So to make the ball, if you take either your raw fleece, which I've said before I prefer to use, but you can use roving. Just roll a bit into a fairly tight but not overly tight ball, like so. And just very lightly felt it together. This is just going to give you a base to work around. So a little bit of light felting. We may have the odd bit of Herdwick fleece lurking in there, but that's not unusual here. Right, then take that and start to build up a layer like so. Now at the moment it looks a bit egg-shaped, don't worry about that. Well, more like a tube than an egg, but again, felt it lightly, like so, just to hold it together. Fold in the ends. Now you can see we're starting to get more of a round shape. Then just roll it over like so. And more felting. So all the time you're just making a loosish ball shape. You can firm it up once you've got it to the size you want. A bit more fleece. Again, tease it out. We've got a few free bits of vegetable matter in there. Just pull those out. Doesn't matter how well you think you've done it, you always find some more. And again, make another layer. Lightly felt it in. Of course you can do this in any colour you like. I'm using white because it's a bit like a snowball, I suppose. I think we're going to get some help with the dogs by the sound of it, so it could get noisy in here in a minute. Again, just felting lightly. Just bringing the edges in. Now you roll it around in your hands when you get to this sort of size, and then start felting again. Just keep turning it in different ways just to get that spherical shape that you're aiming for. I hope you can see this well enough on the video. Then on to some more. Because the beauty of these is you can make them as large or as small as you want them to be. That's entirely up to you. So, and of course you can string them together to make a garland, or the possibilities are endless. And for those of you who've seen my sheep wreath, this is the basis of those as well. So as I say, there's no end of ideas you can come up with. I use a slightly different method for the sheep wreath, but the start of it is exactly like this. Just making the ball. You just keep adding the layers until you get to the size you want it to be. Again, as I've said in other videos, watch your fingers. I don't know how I've managed to get away with doing this without catching them. Just dabbing in. A little bit of a roll in your hands, again to keep the shape. Now the more you stab it, the firmer it will get, so it's entirely up to you. If you want them to be quite firm, just keep going. but you'll want more layers of wool to get larger sizes on that basis, because of course as it gets firmer, oops, pads move, it gets smaller. Now eventually, adding all your layers, then when you get to the final one, just spend a bit more time tidying it up, tucking all the loose ends in and getting the spherical shape. Now I've cheated again, I've got one ready to use. This one is quite firm, bit of tidying up to do there, like so. Now it's all just need a little bit more wool now. So now we need to add a design. Now I'm not particularly good at this. You can see my Christmas trees are very, very ordinary, but you can choose whichever design you want. Now to make a little Christmas tree to put on there, just take a small piece of fleece. This clearly isn't wool fleece because I don't breed green sheep, but I just carefully needle felt. I find if you just needle felt it to flatten it out slightly, then you can start to make the shape. Just tucking the edges in. So you've got a bit of a triangle going on there. This one's going to be a little bit big for our ball, so I'm just going to trim the loose fleece off the bottom like so. Now make the rough shape. Take your bauble, place it on the side, and I just go down the middle just to fix it in place, because I do the final shaping actually on the bauble. So just be very gentle as you felt it, and you'll see it starts to take shape like so. And you can see, looks nothing like a Christmas tree, but you get the idea. I think I'm probably better at chickens than Christmas trees actually, which is strange, but this looks more like a green jelly at the moment. Righty-ho. Now clearly you could put anything on there. You do a little Christmas present design. That's quite. If you use a coloured wool to make your bauble, then clearly a snowman would be an interesting addition. I'm just going to get us a piece of brown wool for our tree trunk. So on this one, as you can see, we've got a little brown bit to look like a tree trunk. Again, just take a small piece of fleece and felt it. Now clearly that would be miles too big, so I just trim then to near enough the size that I want it to be. Then pop it on the bottom. Hope you can see this, my fingers getting in the way, like so, and then just felt it into the wall. This is a really simple job. Be nice, you know, clearly under supervision, but it'd be a nice little thing for your children to do if you have children who want to join in with making things for Christmas. Now to tidy the edges there, you could just quick snip, and there you go, one Christmas tree. Now attaching the bows, I like to felt them on. If I could only find the bow. There we are. We're having a tartan moment, so on the next side, this is going to be fun trying to do this way around. Take a little piece of fleece and roll it between your fingers so that it's quite thin and quite bound, like so. Take your bow. These are the sort that are used in card making and what have you. They're just right for this little job. Now tuck it underneath that part of the ribbon, and then I bring it round underneath. So it's not easy doing it upside down, quite honestly. And then back over the top, and do the same with the other piece. So you're basically wrapping it around the centre of the bow. So trying to make it as, well, not quite invisible, but nearly invisible. Then just felt that in really carefully, like so. And like so. Whoopsie. So you're making a nice secure fitting without too much wool covering up your bow, like so. You see, there it is on, and just tidy up again around the edges. And again, then you could put another Christmas tree or something else that side, or then a bow on that side as this one. Okay, right, now we need to fix the cord. Again, you make this piece of cord as long as you like. I like to tie it off first so I know how big my loop's going to be. Make sure you leave enough so that you can felt across the middle without making your cord too short, which is, that would be. Sorry about this, everybody. I'm making a right old mess of doing the cord. That's it, double knot it to keep it secure. There we are. Slip the end off. Right. Again, you need some white or matching fleece for your bauble. I'm just assuming you're doing white. I'll probably left the ends a bit longer. Right, so place your cord in the centre. Piece of fleece across the middle of it, like so. If you saw the sheep videos, you'll see that you're attaching it in exactly the same way as we did the sheep. And just felt that down. To secure your cord. And you can always add a bit more fleece if you haven't put enough on there. The thing to watch is you need to try and keep the shape of your ball at the same time, so it's easier to build it up and then felt it right in tight. Like so. So obviously you don't want it pulling out. I'm just adding a bit of fleece there because I could still see the cord through it, so clearly there wasn't enough on there to start with. Now obviously when you've been adding your little embellishments and what have you, it may have affected the shape of your bauble. So if you carefully put it in your hands like so, remember you don't want to disturb anything you've done, and just squeeze round, you should be able to get your shape back for your bauble. And there you are. Quite a straightforward little job. You can do them easily, and as I say, it's a nice one for children to be able to do, but do supervise them with the needles. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that, but I will anyway. Thanks for watching. Enjoy and have a Merry Christmas.